Hi, I'm Miss Hogan, and I'm here to walk you through how to make your virtual schedule for back to school night so that your families can meet all of your teachers. So there's a schedule off here to the right. You'll see that on Thursday, 9/24/2020, from 5 to 7 p.m., your family's going to have a welcome from Dr. Domers and then walk through periods advisory and then 1 through 8. In order to do that, your family members are going to have the Zoom links for the various teachers. And teachers have created specific back to school night Zoom links so that families can follow it easily. To get that roster of Zoom links that your individual family will need, well, that's on you. So I'm going to walk you through how to do that. The first thing you're going to need is your course schedule, right? Which teachers you have during which periods. Then you're going to use this link, which is tinyurl.com B2SN for back to school night -roster. You're going to use that link. Your advisors will also share it with you, as will your teachers, to get a blank copy of the roster. You won't be able to see it unless you're logged into your School District of Philadelphia account. So please make sure that you're logged in to your Phila SD account. You're going to make a copy because you don't have editor privileges on the original, and also because all of the students in the school cannot share the same original. You don't all have the same schedule. That wouldn't work at all. And then you're going to use a sheet that is linked to this document to fill Zoom links and syllabus links in a spreadsheet that has your roster. So I'm going to walk you through how to do that right now. So when you click on this link, here's what's going to pop up. You're going to get this B2SN student schedule, make a copy. It's going to have some links already here, like Dr. Domer's welcome, because we're all going to have the same one, and the counselors and the nurse at the bottom of the page. You're then going to click on this list, and what you'll see is a list of all of the staff Zooms and syllabus links for everybody for every period. Now, some of these have colors on them right now to indicate that I'm missing a link. Don't worry, they'll be there by the time you use them, but right now it's just not completely done, and I needed to make you this video. So let's go ahead and start with the make a copy. So I'm going to do File, Make a Copy. Now, you can just leave it as copy of B2SN student schedule if you want, but my OCD is not going to let me do that, so I'm going to go ahead and change the make a copy to a name. Now, the student I'm using as my fake example is Captain McAwesome, so I'm going to do C.McAwesome. All right, and that's going to be my copy that I make for myself. Now, this new version of the document, you'll be able to edit, you'll have access, and you'll be the owner. So we're going to use this new version of the document, and I'm going to start to fill out my schedule. So let's go ahead and look at my schedule, or rather Captain McAwesome's schedule. Okay, so this is student Captain McAwesome. If you're particularly nerdy, you might want to analyze his student number. Anyway, when you're using your roster, make sure that you're using term 1. As you'll notice, poor Captain McAwesome has 2 different schedules, right? So in term 1 and 2, Captain McAwesome has a block PE and health class with Miss Bartkiss. But in term 3 and 4, Captain has the class with a world history block class with Mr. Milton instead, right? So it's different. So if you're not paying attention and you have this sort of schedule, you could accidentally put the wrong links. You shouldn't do that because you're already attending your term 1 classes. So a big red flag should go off in your brain if you're cutting and pasting a link for a class that you do not currently attend. So hint, hint, wink, wink, nod, nod. They should be classes that you are actually attending now. So let's go ahead and walk through. The first thing on Captain's schedule is homeroom with Mr. Fehrenbaugh. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this link, right, and I'm going to go to the F's for Mr. Fehrenbaugh, and I'm going to look for advisory, which is right here. So I'm going to start at Fehrenbaugh's name, and I'm going to go ahead and highlight all 5 of these columns. I'm going to do Command C to copy, and then I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to do Command V to paste. And you'll notice that it lines up perfectly, right? I have Fehrenbaugh, the class, the Zoom link. It makes sense that there's no syllabus or other information because it's advisory, right? Then I'm going to go ahead and go to my 1-2 class, right? Now, in this case, this student has Miss Bartkiss for both 1 and 2 in a block. So when I go back here, I'm going to scroll to Bartkiss, right? So I'm going to go up to Bartkiss. And when I get there, I'm going to highlight Bartkiss for 1 and 2. And again, I'm going to highlight those same columns. Command C will copy, right? And Command V, sorry, wrong page. Command V will paste. Now I'm going to go to period 3. For period 3, we're looking at bio with Franchetti. So we go here, we scroll down to the F's. Okay, there we go. And we want 3rd period biology with Franchetti. Now some teachers have different syllabus links for different classes, so make sure that you select the right one. The Zoom link for the teacher is always the same. So don't panic if you accidentally copied the wrong Zoom link. They're the same for the teachers every period, with one exception that I'll get to at the end of this video. The next thing I have is 4th period with Mr. Dougherty. So I'm going to scroll up to the D's and find 4th period Mr. Dougherty, and I'm going to do Command C and go back here and Command V. Fifth period for Captain McAwesome is lunch. So go ahead and type in lunch. Congratulations, yay, lunch. This student has 6 and 7 with me. Poor, poor child. So let's scroll down to Hogan, right? And we're going to find me, and then we're going to find 6 and 7, and we're going to Command C, and then Command V to paste, right? And then the last thing we need is 8th period for this student. So 8th period for this student is science research with Latch. So we're going to go to the L's, and we're going to go ahead and get 8th period science research, Command C, and then, oh, wrong one, sorry. So many windows. And then Command V. Now, one thing that you don't have to be worried about, you don't have access to edit this spreadsheet. Now, I do, so I could screw up the spreadsheet if I weren't being careful right now, but you can't. So if you accidentally try to cut and paste and you cut and try to copy over something, it's not going to matter because you don't have access to edit this spreadsheet. You only have access to view it. And so you can cut and paste, but you're not going to be able to change it in any way. Cool. So there's my schedule, right? One note, I did mention that there was one case where the links are different in different periods. So if you're a senior, right, in senior seminar PE health, right, that class that has 3 teachers sort of rotating, right, they're all going to be meeting in the same links during periods 3, 7, and 8. So you don't have to worry about which day you're supposed to be meeting on. If you have that senior seminar PE health combo class, they're all going to be meeting on the same link. So if you, for instance, were to look at Jones, period 3, when she has that health PE seminar, the Zoom link you're going to see here is going to be the same one that you would see for Mr. Pomalis during that period because he's also in that class, and it would be the same one that you're going to see for Mr. TB in that period. So that's the only weird one that you have to be mindful of, which is why I put it on the list. In that period that your family has lunch, they might use that time to see if they could check in with your counselor. You can see they are separated by last names A through K and L through Z, or maybe with the school nurse, or maybe just chilling because we're all a little burned out on screen time. So that's how you're going to make your roster. Since you're now the owner of this document, you can share it with your family. Now keep in mind, it's currently private to only me. If I want to share it, the default setting on most of these is restricted to the School District of Philadelphia. So if you want to change it so that someone outside the district, like a family member, can see it, you're going to go ahead and click down here, and you're going to pick anyone with the link. And now anyone on the interwebs, as long as they have the link, can view your roster. Cool beans. I hope you have a wonderful back to school night. And yeah, that's about it. Have a nice day.